Hey guys, what's going on? So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys what I do to personally prep up the car to go get ready to go get dyno tuned. So let's get started. So this is a 2007 Subaru STI that we did a full motor build. Let me show you guys real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about. So right here is the STI. Like I was saying, we got a full motor build going on with it. One of the first things that I like to do to prep up the car to get ready to go get dyno tuned, first things first, ensure all your intercooler piping is tight, because the last thing you want to do is just pop off intercooler piping. So I'm gonna grab a, I believe it's a 7/16, and we're gonna check all the clamps all the way from the turbo all the way around and to the throttle body. Alright, so after tightening all those, next thing what we're going to do is we're going to start getting to the spark plugs. So for the spark plugs, we're going to go with the one step colder. And the reason for that is just because we're going to make more power than stock. Got the NGK and radiums, these are the one step colder. And the reason why we go one step colder is to prevent spark blow by, or spark, something with the spark. Anyways, so you won't have any spark issues on the dyno when you're exceeding the limit of the spark plug. So we're gonna go ahead and get those popped off. There's two over here. If you've never worked on a Subaru, it's horizontal opposed, so two over there, two over here. We're gonna have to take off the battery, get those suckers out. So let's do that. So this is what the plugs look like right here on cylinder number 2 and 4. They don't look too bad, but when you're trying to get the best power or the best chance for the car to make power as possible, it's always a smart idea to throw in a fresh set of plugs so you're not going to have an issue on the dyno. So we got these two knocked out. Let's go ahead and work on this side. Alright, so now we got these two knocked out. We're going to go ahead and grab any sort of gapping tool for the spark plugs. I'm using just a traditional AutoZone gapper. We'll gap these to, every tuner is a little bit different. So talk to your tuner, see what he likes the spark end gap to be like. But I'm gonna gap them to what my tuner wants, which is like 0.022. So we're gonna gap them to that. All right, so now we got all the spark plugs in. We'll put in the battery here shortly. We're gonna go ahead and jack it up. We're gonna go ahead and drain the oil, put new oil filter. Like I said, we want to give the best chances this motor can to surviving as well as performing on the dyno. So we're going to throw in some fresh oil in there. Alright, so we got the oil all drained out into there. And it really comes in handy to use one of these. It's basically, if you've never seen one of those, it's an oil filter wrench. So especially for those oil filters that really don't want to come off, that tool is the shit, and it's only like $5. So I highly recommend buying one. I use them every single time, no matter what, if it's seized on there or not. It just makes it a lot easier to take off. So after we get all the oil out, go ahead and put in this new oil.
What's up?
Get on the mask.
Get on the mask. What are we doing?
We got all the oil topped off, and after we put in 6 quarts of this, and normally you're supposed to put like 5 or a little under 5. But since we got the Killer Bee oil pan underneath, yeah, right there. We got the Killer Bee oil pan underneath, so it takes out another quart. So we topped it off with 6 quarts, and you want to check the oil level as soon as you do that. The only thing left we have to do to this car to make sure it's dyno ready is to make sure it has one tire pressure on all 4 corners, as well as tread depth, because they're not going to want to tune your car if you're about to show wire, for instance, or something like that. So we're gonna check that as well. We're gonna also check for fuel leaks. I'll prime over the system, make sure. I know this car doesn't have any fuel leaks, but still nice to check, because a lot of things tend to happen right before the dyno day. Like, even though your car's good, something always likes to happen before the dyno day. So anyways, just make sure all the fuel system is all tight. I'm gonna just make sure this little hose clamp right here, make sure that's secure. It doesn't look like it's leaking, but I'm gonna double check it with the flathead as well as that one, because these worm clamps tend to back off. Everything else though looks pretty well. I'm touching all the fuel lines and all the connections. Everything's dry, so we're good on that part. Let's go here and check the other side. Looks very dry. Yeah, everything looks fairly dry, so we're good on that part. All right, so we got brand new spark plugs, we got fresh oil, new oil filter, as well as we ensure we have no leaks. And by that, I mean like no oil leaks, no coolant leaks, no fuel leaks. So after we ensure all of that, and as well as ensure that our tire pressure is well, we're pretty much set to go on the dyno. Where do you see some power? And if something comes up, at least we did the best of our ability to make sure it doesn't happen. Alright, so that's pretty much going to conclude today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hopefully it was somewhat informational to you guys. I'm going to get going to English Racing because this car is going to be making pretty close to 600 horsepower, if not more, on the dyno. So I got a long road ahead of me. So anyways, catch you guys later. See you guys next time.